What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Moxi YouTube channel. Today, we're gonna talk injured skaters and the Jack 2. My name's Rebel, and today you'll also meet Alyssa, and we are two skaters who have been injured, and now we skate the Jack 2. So we're gonna tell you a little bit about our experience. Why should injured skaters get the Jack 2? Keep watching.
Hello, my name is Alyssa Brooks. I'm a roller skater from Long Beach, California. I've been skating skate parks for about over 5 years now. About 1 year into skating skate parks, I broke my right ankle. I broke both the tib and fib, and I tore the deltoid ligament, which is the group of ligaments that kind of hold your foot onto your leg. So not awesome, but it is super awesome that I still get to skate after such a traumatic injury. After the initial break, I had one surgery to get a plate and 7 screws put in my ankle just to hold it all together. And then I did a lot of PT. And about a year after my initial injury, I had another surgery to get all the metal taken out. So I was only bionic for about a year, but I did have a long kind of recovery when it comes to really finding my groove again in skating, just because my surgeries were only less than a year apart. So I got to skate again after about 3 months after my initial injury. And then I was like, oh, I have to take it easy. And I have this new metal, which is weird and crazy to have metal in your body. And then about 8 months later, I think, I had the second surgery and then wasn't allowed to skate for another 3 months. So I'm really thankful that I still get to skate and that my skating is even better now than it ever was before my injury. And that's like something I would have never imagined would be possible. Like when I first got hurt, my first thought was, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna skate again. And I didn't even know if I was gonna walk again, which is really dramatic, but in the moment when you have a severe injury like that, you're like, your brain goes to the worst case scenario. But I have been skating the Jack 2s for about 2 years now. I was super honored to be able to test these on behalf of everyone who has also broken their ankle. You know, it's a huge deal what kind of support your boot offers once you've had a major injury like that. And I can't imagine skating another boot, to be honest. I'm not even saying that as a sponsored message. That's just my honest opinion. The amount of support that this boot provides me and everyone who skates it is really remarkable. And I remember thinking what's the difference? It's gonna be, my ankle is toast in some ways, no matter what boot I skate, but this changed my mind. Before I got the Jack 2s, I was skating the Jack 1 for I think 3 years. So my initial injury was in 2017, and then I had surgery to get the metal removed in 2018, and I actually got Jack boots somewhere in between there, the Jack 1. And I remember thinking, wow, this is a huge step up from the lolly as far as support goes. Like I almost didn't like it because I was so used to the lolly. But then once I broke the boot in my Jack 1, I was like, oh, this rules. This is awesome. I can't go back to skating skate parks and anything else but this. This is it. So when I got the Jack 2, I was like, I mean, what's the difference gonna be? But it is considerable. I feel like the boot is one with my foot. That sounds really funny. And I know that I've heard people say this before too, sometimes I forget I have skates on my feet and they just feel like they're my feet. And there's no lag time between what my brain wants to do and what my body does. And usually it's there's the process of you think I'm going to do this, and then your feet do it, and then your boot do it. But there's just no lag at all between your body and your boot with this boot. At least that's my experience. The support is awesome. I'm a huge baby when it comes to skating now that I've been injured pretty severely. It really changes your approach to skating, at least in my experience. I used to be very I want to try it, I'm gonna do it, no fear. And I have a bit of a different process now. I'm a much slower learner. I'm a lot more cautious. Whatever trick I'm trying to do, I have to know that I can do like everything that leads up to it. So it's really good to know that I can trust my hardware, and especially the boot. It makes a massive difference knowing that like there's not going to be any weird wobble or wiggle when you land something, especially when it comes to higher impact. Like I love doing airs. I love like flying out of things. I'm a huge baby when it comes to like stairs and big gaps or like drops, but I like really want to try it anyways. I just maybe take like years longer than other people might. But it just brings a lot of peace of mind knowing that like my foot's I'm not gonna twist my ankle from landing in this boot. And I don't know, it's like I already felt that way with the Jack 1, but with the Jack 2, I can't even describe it. It's like next level synced. Like the synchronization of my foot and my boot are like one, which is awesome because skating is hard enough as it is. When you don't have to worry if there's gonna be some kind of weird thing happening with your skates and with your hardware. So throughout this part right here, and especially like here, there's a lot of support. It's really stiff. And I've been skating these for 2 years, like religiously. I haven't really skated my other skates in the past 2 years, and these are still really firm. My Jack 1s, I skated about the same amount of time, and I still skate them every now and then, like if I go to the rink, and I don't love going to the rink in wide trucks, and I'm not going to change my trucks just to go to the rink, so I'll skate my other skates that are Jack 1s. It always like shocks me when I put my Jack 1s on. They're pretty worn in. They're still more firm than a lolly, or like still more comfortable too than any other skate I've ever tried on. But compared to the Jack 2, even when it's this worn in, it's still like very supportive. And not to the point where you're like, I'm losing circulation in my leg. Like it's not anything extreme. It's like the sweet spot. It's like the sweet spot where you feel really supported and really like locked in. But it's still comfortable. I still have full range of motion. I'm not like, it's at a perfect point on my ankle, and I think everyone else that I've met too who's skating them, where like I still have a lot of motion in my ankle. I can still flex it and move it around without having the fear of like, oh, is this just gonna like collapse? So I think they've really found the sweet spot with this skate. I love it. I've been skating it for 2 years. I can't imagine skating anything else ever again. And yeah, I couldn't recommend it more, especially to people who do have a history of injury and are feeling like a little bit scared to come back. And that's super understandable because it's traumatizing and expensive, at least in the United States. It's awesome to be able to come back from a big injury and know that that's one less thing you have to worry about. I'm really excited that people finally get to try it. I hope you guys get to order some of your own and you get to feel this because it's an amazing boot.
Hi, my name's Rebel Rouser, aka Queer Girl Straight Skates, and I'm here to tell you why I love the Jack 2 skates. So the reason why I even became a person who had a pair of Jack 2 skates was because back in January of 2021, I broke my leg. I broke my fibula. I didn't have to get surgery, but it was pretty awful, and I broke it skating. I was skating on my ramp, and it had just gotten a little dewy, like the night had come on, and I set my foot down, like my toe stop was down, and it slipped out, and the way I fell, it just like instant break, totally snapped, was very scary. And I was wearing full gear, I was wearing my skates, and it's definitely like part of skating is the potential to get hurt, but when it happens to you, it's really impactful and really, I don't know, like it scared me a lot, and obviously it hurt a lot. So I had broken my leg and I was out for a bit. I think I was out for like 3 months, and I struggled a lot getting back onto my skates. But something that actually really helped me was honestly having a boot that I felt confident was going to support me and was going to give me that additional, just like, not only support my actual foot, but also just like the peace of mind that I needed to be able to try things that I was totally capable of doing before I got injured, but was scared to try afterwards. Estro asked me if I wanted to try out the Jack 2s because they had more stability. And I said yes, but honestly, I was really scared of park skating again. I knew that I would be able to do other types of roller skating again. And I knew in my heart that I would be able to eventually get to park skate, but I was very, very scared and very intimidated by it. And so when they told me that the Jack 2 had the extra level of support, and I was like, okay, I'm willing to try it, because really I needed that that awareness that my skates were going to be super supportive of me and that I would get more stability, because I was very concerned, even though I was doing a bunch of ankle exercises and strengthening and everything every day, I was very concerned about my ankle being weak and me hurting myself immediately following, or just hurting myself again. So I tried the Jack 2s. And when I first put them on, my first impression was that I thought they were so sturdy. Like, you hold on to them and you're like, oh my gosh, this doesn't even bend. Like, this is so strong and reinforced and all of those things. Having no real experience building actual skates, I didn't really have the wording to explain what they felt like, but I knew that they felt supportive, and I knew that I felt like, oh, I could wear these and not be scared that I'm going to get hurt again. And like, not that these boots immediately stop you from getting hurt. They don't, but they do provide support in a way that maybe with other skates you don't have support. And that's going to either help you physically or mentally, or both. And so, yeah, I think that the Jack 2s are really great for people who've been injured, or for people who are concerned about injury, or for people who do a lot of like ankle bending kind of movements and want that extra support there. Ever since then, anytime that I park skate, I'm always wearing my Jack 2s. I literally love them. I feel so safe when I'm skating in them. And they gave me the confidence to be able to get back out there and do what I have been capable of doing the whole time. And I would even say that my skating now is better than it was when I broke my leg. But it was definitely a process, and it was really, really difficult. And I struggled a lot through it. It was not easy. But having the Jack 2, I do think, is a great option if you are a person who's like worried about trying aggressive skating again, or even just worried about skating again in general. That Jack 2 gives you the support that you need to be able to throw your tricks, and it has your back, or it has your soul, or it has your foot. That's pretty great. For me, it gave me peace of mind, and it made me feel supported in doing the things that I really wanted to do, but was really scared to do after I got hurt. Now, everyone is going to react differently to an injury. Some people will struggle more with the physical recovery. Some people will struggle more with the mental recovery. And everyone is going to want different things when they start skating again, if they start skating again. And for me, I really wanted to feel like my ankle was not going to break. And I know that it still is possible to break your ankle. Like, it's not like these are magic boots that stop everything from happening, but they do significantly provide more support in places of your foot that are, a little bit more fragile than others. And this was the right choice for me after being injured. It may be the right choice for you. It may not, but it definitely is worth consideration and definitely worth the thought. I mean, I genuinely attribute a lot of my quick recovery in skating to not only following all the doctor's orders, but like once I got back into park skating on the Jack 2. So I highly recommend it. I think that it's a good idea. And I hope that if you are an injured skater and you're watching this, that you keep the faith, because I know it's really, really, really hard when you're in that moment and it feels like the world's crashing in. And I felt that and I've been there, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And something that being an injured skater has taught me that I feel like people who haven't gotten injured don't really fully understand is like the appreciation of just being able to be on my wheels. You know, like I don't think before I got injured, I fully appreciated and understood just how freaking wonderful it is to be able to put your roller skates on. Even if it's not doing aggressive skating, even if it's just like skating down the street. But the thing is that you can aggressive skate again. And I didn't think that was true, but it's definitely true. And I think I skate even more aggressively now than I did before. I hope that this has been helpful to you. Subscribe to the Moxi YouTube channel. Get your Jack boots, Jack 2 boots today at moxiskates.com. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.